Do you recall those days when a quick drive-thru meal was a genuine delight? A time when the patties possessed authentic flavor and the bread held its shape until the final mouthful? We have collectively witnessed a massive drop in standards while our bills only move in one direction, up. You part with your precious cash only to unwrap a total letdown. It seems the legendary establishments we frequented as kids have completely forgotten their original mission. The real dilemma today is identifying which kitchens still respect their craft. Where should you actually invest your appetite and your budget? Even more critical, which once mighty titans have decayed so severely they are now practically unrecognizable? Today, we are settling the score once and for all. We've analyzed massive amounts of community feedback to rank 14 of the most famous patty shops from the absolute failures to the reigning champions. Will your go-to spot take the gold, or has it plummeted to the dark bottom of our rankings? Stay tuned to see the results. We are kicking things off with the lowest entry. This specific pick might actually stun you. Are you ready? Let's begin. Coming in at the very floor, we find a brand that carries heavy nostalgia for almost everyone. It's the world's most famous burger giant. I realize this hurts. For most of us, those playground-filled restaurants provided our very first encounter with a Happy Meal. But we must face the harsh reality of the current landscape. In this modern era, the sandwiches we once craved feel like a hollow imitation of their former glory. Management claims they've overhauled the process, toasting buns longer and adjusting grill settings, but the people on the front lines say it's all smoke and mirrors. The grievances are echoing everywhere online. The meat discs seem to be shrinking every season. They are oily, sourced from a freezer, and frequently put together with such lack of care that it looks like a kitchen accident. And don't get me started on that lonely, lukewarm cheese slice that never actually melts. As one disgruntled diner put it, the local middle school cafeteria serves better options. The quality here has vanished beneath a sea of corporate shortcuts. But there is a bizarre twist. The only way enthusiasts actually enjoy this food now is by creating hack sandwiches, combining chicken patties into double cheeseburgers. When your customers have to play scientist to make the food edible, you've lost the plot. Just barely avoiding the basement at 13 is the home of the Whopper. This used to be the ultimate schoolyard rivalry, right? You were either a fan of the arches or a devotee of that fire-grilled aroma. For a long time, the ability to customize your order made this place a serious threat to the competition. But nowadays, the primary issue isn't necessarily a lack of taste. It's the sheer randomness of the experience. Visiting this chain is essentially a high-stakes gamble. Regulars describe the food as mediocre at best, admitting they only return out of sheer muscle memory. The lack of standard quality is what truly infuriates the fan base. One town serves a masterpiece, while the next one delivers a tragedy. A customer once described a perfect sandwich as a spiritual event, but upon returning, it tasted like cardboard. Is your favorite lunch spot a hidden gem or a disaster? Remember that famous lady asking about the missing meat? That iconic campaign truly solidified this brand in our cultural history. But sitting at number 12, it feels like this chain is just coasting on its 80s fame. For a long time, they had a clear advantage: fresh meat and those signature angular patties. Plus, we had Dave, the founder who represented the brand's integrity. However, many believe that after Dave's departure, the soul of the company started to evaporate. One reviewer noted that the quality nosedived right around the time they started chasing trends like the Baconator. That fresh, never frozen slogan remains, but it feels like a hollow promise now. Customers complain the presentation is usually a soggy mess. There's a general sense of boredom surrounding the menu. Longtime supporters point to one specific culprit for the decline: the bread. They swapped out premium buns for cheaper alternatives a few years back, and the audience noticed immediately. It's a textbook example of corporate greed ruining a good thing. Moving to 11, we encounter a restaurant that defies standard categorization. This is a place you either adore or absolutely avoid. We are talking about the Slider Pioneer. They have been operating for over a century now. Think about the longevity required to stay in business that long selling small, onion-steamed squares. This isn't a traditional charred patty. They are cooked over a moist bed of onions, resulting in a very specific profile. For many, it's the quintessential 2 a.m. snack. But that late-night satisfaction comes with a warning. One reviewer cautioned that you shouldn't have any professional meetings the following morning due to the digestive consequences. This isn't a brand chasing the wellness crowd. Let's be realistic about the visuals too. Supporters admit the sliders usually look like they've been through a trash compactor. The flavor is acceptable, but it rarely wows the palate. It holds a spot for its historical significance, but it can't climb higher because, well, it's just a slider box. At 10, we have a relatively fresh competitor on the scene. You might have seen these popping up in your neighborhood recently. It's a 1950s themed spot specializing in frozen treats and ultra-thin patties. They focus on the smash technique, where meat is flattened against the grill to create crunchy caramelized edges. This style is polarizing. Some people want a thick, juicy center and hate the crispiness, but the loyalists are incredibly vocal. Some even claim their double California style is superior to the big West Coast legends. So why isn't it ranked higher? The division is simply too great. It's a niche taste that doesn't appeal to every burger fan. It's like a hybrid of several other chains, offering great quality but lacking a truly universal appeal. If you are still watching and finding this breakdown useful, please drop the number 10 in the comments section so I know you're with me. If you haven't joined the Winds of Thought community yet, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell notification. Your engagement helps us produce more deep dives into the brands you interact with every single day. Let's be honest with ourselves. When you hear this brand's name, you think about upside-down milkshakes and chocolate-dipped cones. You almost certainly aren't dreaming of a premium steak sandwich. Yet, landing at number 9, this ice cream specialist is quietly outperforming the industry titans. Their secret weapon involves a serious amount of spice. Fans are obsessed with the flamethrower burger. The star of the show is a vibrant orange sauce that people claim they would travel across the world to obtain. Apparently, it's a simple blend of hot sauce, garlic, and mayonnaise, but the results are legendary. However, there is a catch. Like many others, the experience varies wildly depending on who is working the grill that day. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure for many. People are almost hesitant to admit they love it, but the secret is definitely out now. Who knew a dessert shop could cook like this? Over on the West Coast, people know exactly which clown we are discussing. Coming in at 8, we have the king of the midnight menu. This brand isn't trying to win any Michelin stars. They know their audience, people who are hungry at 1 a.m. and want variety. While they are famous for tacos and sourdough, their real treasure is the ultimate cheeseburger. It's a massive stack of beef, bacon, and multiple cheeses. Enthusiasts say the magic is in the equilibrium. The bacon enhances the meat rather than drowning it out. It's a surprisingly well-engineered sandwich for a place that sells egg rolls and churros. Most people overlook it because they are distracted by the other menu gimmicks. It's a high-quality choice that is constantly hidden in plain sight. Have you ever actually tried their premium beef? We are venturing into the heart of Texas for number 7. In the South, this isn't just a restaurant, it's a cultural institution. The fan base is incredibly protective. Since 1950, their goal has been to serve a sandwich so large you needed both hands to finish it. What makes them special is the incredible consistency across their entire menu. People don't just order the basic burger, they crave the patty melts and the spicy bacon specialties. One customer claimed they've never had a single item they wouldn't order again. But to truly understand the cult following, you have to remember the legendary A1 burger that was removed years ago. Even though it's been gone for over a decade, people still talk about it like a lost relative. That level of emotional connection is rare in the fast food world. It secures a high spot, but the top 6 are even more intense. Our 6th spot is a bit of a tragic story. This is a brand many of us remember fondly for its diner aesthetic and genuine hand-scooped shakes. But today the company is struggling to survive. Let me be clear, the food is not the problem. The Frisco Melt is widely considered a masterpiece of the genre. Buttery sourdough and seasoned beef that is nearly impossible to replicate at home. However, the actual experience of eating there has become a nightmare. The service is often described as a disaster. The biggest complaint? The wait times are astronomical. Waiting nearly an hour for fast food is a deal-breaker for most people. As one person put it, a world-class burger is meaningless if you have to wait an hour to eat it. It's a top-tier recipe being held hostage by a failing business model. Can they ever fix the speed? We have finally reached the elite top 5. This spot belongs to a true industry trailblazer. Long before the competition started adding fancy toppings, this brand changed the game forever. We are talking about the home of the Western Bacon Cheeseburger. In the late 80s, they had a stroke of genius, putting a crispy onion ring directly on the patty. It set the standard for the entire category. They positioned themselves as a premium alternative, using better ingredients and charging a bit more for the privilege. Even though some say the service has dipped lately, the love for that specific flavor combination remains unshakable. It's a masterpiece of texture and smoky sauce that has stood the test of time. Is this the most influential sandwich in history? It's certainly in the conversation for the top spot. At number 4, we have a chain that took the opposite approach to marketing. No mascots, no gimmicks, just massive bags of potatoes and an open kitchen. This is the place for the architects of taste. You get to build your own meal from a list of free toppings. Whether you want grilled peppers or extra mushrooms, the choice is yours. Fans love the transparency of seeing their food cooked fresh right in front of them. The cheese melts perfectly into the toppings, creating a unified flavor profile. But here is the interesting part. Many purists believe the meat is so good it doesn't even need the extras. When your base ingredients are that high quality, you don't need to hide behind a bunch of condiments. It's a masterclass in simplicity and execution. But even this powerhouse couldn't crack the top 3. Who could possibly be better than this? If you're still hanging out with us, please type the number 4 in the comments to let me know you're enjoying the list. If you haven't subscribed to Wines of Thought yet, now is the perfect time to join us and hit that notification bell. Your engagement allows us to keep digging into the truth behind your favorite brands. Now let's see the top 3. No list is complete without mentioning the West Coast legend. This place has a following that feels more like a religion than a restaurant. Even the most famous food critics in the world, including the late Anthony Bourdain, considered this their favorite spot. The secret is a relentless commitment to a tiny menu. That focus allows them to maintain a level of quality that is virtually unmatched in the industry. Everything is fresh and the presentation is always perfect. Then you have the secret menu options like the animal-style patties. But the real winner here is the price. In an era where a burger combo can cost $15, this place remains incredibly affordable. You get elite quality for a price that feels like a mistake. It's the ultimate value proposition in America today. In our second place position, we have the modern king of the East Coast. What started as a tiny cart in a New York City park has transformed into a global gourmet empire. This is elevated dining in a casual setting. When culinary legends like Ina Garten endorse a burger joint, you know the standards are different. The Smoke Shack is the go-to order here, featuring bacon and spicy cherry peppers. But the real secret weapon is the bread. They use a potato bun that is soft, resilient, and perfectly toasted. It never falls apart, and it never gets soggy. It's the ideal vessel for high-end ingredients. Every single detail, down to the sauce, is calculated for maximum impact. It's a silver medal for a brand that changed how we think about fast food. Finally, we have reached the summit. The title for the finest burger in the country belongs to a humble champion from the Midwest. If you haven't visited this chain, you might wonder what all the fuss is about. The secret is the butter burger. To be clear, they aren't frying the meat in butter. They are buttering and toasting the bun to a perfect golden brown. It creates a rich foundation for the fresh, never frozen beef. This is restaurant-grade quality served through a window. What truly separates them from everyone else is the sense of harmony. The toppings are fresh, the meat is flavorful, and nothing is overwhelmed by sauce. It's the most consistent experience in the business. Every single visit delivers the same high standard, accompanied by incredibly friendly service. In a world of disappointing shortcuts and rising prices, this brand proves that doing the basics perfectly is still the path to victory. They are the undisputed kings of the grill. Do you agree with our number 1 pick? That wraps up our definitive ranking. From the massive disappointments to the reigning champions, we want to know your thoughts. Did we miss a regional gem? Tell us your personal number 1 in the comments below. Thanks for watching Winds of Thought, and remember to always demand a better burger.